Hi everyone, welcome back to Forever in High School. It's me, Kirsten. I'm going to share what we did for the last week of Learning Hub. So if you've been keeping up with my videos the past few weeks, I have been updating you on how Learning Hub has been going. If you're new here and you don't know what it is, it's a 3-week program, a summer program for ELL and newcomers. This was the first time that we were teaching this, and it's especially new because of COVID-19 happening. So we had to implement social distancing, we had to have masks on at all times, and it was just a really new program. So I guess I can start with Monday. If you watched my previous video, you know that the students have a final assessment, which is a slides presentation to present to their parent or guardian on campus facilities. They have to also include a reflection at the end on how they've changed since the start of Learning Hub. I don't think I mentioned that in my video. So Monday we had them practice presenting to their classmates, and then they had a peer review, so the students actually gave them feedback on what they need to alter or edit in their slides. This also included how they presented. So did they project well? Did you understand what they were saying? Did they speak clearly? Were they giving eye contact to their audience? Usually with peer review, at least in my classes in the typical school year, pre-COVID-19, I have the students actually talk to each other in small groups and verbally give their feedback based on the notes that they wrote down while that student was presenting. But because we can't do that, because we have to totally exclude group work in any shape or form, and because one of the objectives for Learning Hub is for the students to know how to write a proper email and know all the elements of an email and all that, we decided, well, why don't we have the students take their feedback notes and then teach them how to attach a Google Doc and send that via email. You know, their peer review checklist was really simple. It said things like, what did you like about your peer's presentation? What do you wish your peer included in their presentation? What unanswered questions do you have, or what suggestions could you have to help your peer improve their presentation? And then they used that Google Doc, made a copy for all of their classmates, and then sent separate emails to their classmates attaching that doc. And then what did we do for PE that day? I'm noticing a trend here looking at the PE lesson plans that we've had the past 3 weeks. Mondays especially, it always seems to be on Mondays where we have these exercises that seem pretty intense. Monday for PE, we had some plyometric exercises, so jumping, if you don't know what that is. We did some squat jumps, we had them do tuck jumps, skaters, split lunges, broad jumps, what else? Single leg hops. I was so red after that. And then we went back to study skills per usual. So it was self-directed learning. Oh, Lilo! My dog is moving the camera. Taking the time to give individual peer feedback and then write an email and then attach that feedback to the email is quite a process. We also had the students reply back because we want them to learn how to be courteous and respond back to emails. Pretty much the last hour of Learning Hub, they just did that. And then Tuesday came around, if I can find it in my book. One of the Learning Hub teachers, he sent an email for the students to check, because they always check their emails in the morning. That's the first thing they do for class. And the parent survey was asking things like, do you have Wi-Fi at home? Technological devices at home? Do you have any questions for the Learning Hub teachers? They continued to respond to their peers' emails from the feedback the day before, because again, like I said before, that takes a while for them to complete. So a lot of it for study skills was just replying to emails, taking that feedback and then revising their slides, because none of the slides were perfect. And then for PE, we taught them about what FITT means, getting fit. So frequency, intensity, time, and type. And then we completed a Jamboard asking the question, how will you stay fit, or how can anybody stay fit? This was a nice discussion to have because, they go to school, they work their brains all day. The first thing that they think of is to just plop down on their couch or plop down on their bed. What are little things you can do to just stay fit? Like walking. Instead of saying, Mom, can you pick me up? Even though you live like a block or two away, maybe you can decide, I'm gonna walk today. That's exercising right there, So that was a nice conversation to have. And then, like I said before, study skills, same thing. The students just continued to edit their slides because that was going to be the last day to edit. So I told them you have to finish it for homework. Then Wednesday comes around and let's see. I already know what we did for PE on Wednesday and Thursday, but I'll get into that in a sec. So on Wednesday for study skills, again, it was pretty simple to follow. We had the students watch this documentary called Super Size Me. I don't know if any of you remember that documentary. I certainly do. I remember watching it when I was in elementary school. It's a 2004 documentary about this guy named Morgan, and he does this challenge before challenges were a thing on social media. For a month, he decides that he's going to eat McDonald's for every single meal. If you're a little younger watching this and you don't know what supersize means, they had this option at McDonald's called supersize. So there was a small, medium, large, and then there was a supersize. And so another rule to the challenge was if the cashier asks, would you like to supersize your meal? He would always have to say yes. I'm sure you can predict what happens if you haven't watched this documentary, but already by day 9, his health starts to decline. Ooh, that rhymed. It was disgusting. There's a part when he pukes, it's not pretty. But we did watch it, and then we had the students reflect. We had them post a Google Doc on their Google Classroom. What are some of the good things about fast food? What are some of the bad things about fast food? And did this movie change how you feel about fast foods? Explain. They finished it individually. They were typing after the movie on that doc, but they wanted to talk about it so much that as they were typing, we were just discussing it as a class, but they were able to get it done, so it was fine. And then, PE. Okay, so on Wednesday and Thursday, I know I'm skipping ahead, we did Zumba, but it was, dance fitness. That's what we did. They really enjoyed dance fitness, so all of us, I don't have a picture, unfortunately, but all of the Learning Hub students, all 30-something of us, we all went into the gym, just like the other week. We spread out, of course, social distanced ourselves, and we had one of our coordinators. She was actually in charge of the whole program. Well, she's not licensed anymore. She said that she was licensed, but she hasn't renewed it. But she was licensed to be a dance instructor for Zumba. So she led a half-hour worth of dance fitness. The moves are pretty simple, but it definitely helps you burn off some of those calories for sure. So when we went back to study skills, my students were raving about it, and they were like, Miss, are we gonna do that again? And I said, yes, we are. It's tomorrow. On Thursday for study skills, which Thursday was the last day. That was yesterday. Today's Friday. They had to change their email accounts, but I really won't go into detail about that because I don't think that's important for this video. But we had to deal with some tech issues the first 20 minutes of class. We had the students create a daily fitness plan, and then we had Zumba again for 30 minutes, and then we came back after that and we had an online scavenger hunt for the students to complete, but we used Google Forms. I did not make the Google Form scavenger hunt. One of the teachers did, and he's amazing. He's such a good teacher anyway. Basically, we wanted the students to practice problem solving, looking at the website, the school website. We just wanted them to use and to know that there's so much information. So many questions can be solved by just looking online at the school website. And then, oh, let me go get it. The final thing that we teachers did before they left for good, because this was the last day, we gave them their own copy of a planner, like a calendar and a weekly planner, so that they can utilize it when the school year starts, because we want them to get into that habit, right? This was the whole reason why we included this procedure in the first place. We gave this to them as like a farewell gift, so I hope that they use it. And because we've done this, I think I'm going to use this routine, especially because of the uncertainty of this school year. I want the students to come into class, even though you only come once a week. You come into class, you don't do anything, you don't touch anybody, you don't talk to anybody, you just come in, you take out your planner, you take out your checklist, and you just write down what we're doing today, what needs to be done. I will only see the students 1 hour in person, face-to-face. Can't really get much done there, so they need to get into a strict habit, a strict routine. So I'm thinking about doing that. And that was pretty much Learning Hub, and kind of relieved that it's over, because now I can actually relax for the last week before school starts. Yeah, because school starts really, really soon, like 2 weeks from now. So I don't really have much of a break left, and we're already starting to get all these meetings that I have to attend. So really, Learning Hub was kind of like my last hurrah before the school year starts. Still trying to work things out. I'm still stuck on planning. I hope you have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your summer. Bye.